to the County Director of TSC, the Sub-County Director, Madam Dr. Norwich, Minister of Education officials, teachers, wananchi wenzangu, good morning. Good morning again. Nikiingia hapa nimepatana huyu kijana amevaa gown nikamuuliza kuja hapa wewe. This young man. And I just met him here. I didn't know he was coming, but he said he wanted to say hi to you people.
Thank you so much, my incoming governor. Wapi makofi yake? My name is Uriri Mike. I come from Awendo sub-county. A graduate from KC University. Do you know how the journey started? After class 8, I joined Form 1. And after Form 1, now proceeding to Form 2. No school fee. With all the dreams that I had, with all the aspirations I had for the country, nobody could hold my hands. And Honorable Nyamita came in. I think today is the first day unaona sura yangu. Somebody called you and you simply paid my school fees from Form 2 to Form 4. And after Form 4, he said, no, let the young man go to university. With my B+, I joined KC University. And yesterday, I was formally certified as a corporate communications consultant, a product of the Honorable Governor, incoming Governor Mark Nyamita. Thank you so much for making my dreams come true. And I'm speaking now as ambassador of Uriri sub-county and as an education ambassador of Migori County. Bwana Governor, you did me justice. And I believe you've done all this gathering justice. Now we are transitioning you to the next level. As a graduate, I will walk in every university across the country to tell them that somebody held my hands. And if we promote him to the role of governor, he will hold the hands of many people across the great Migori County. The Honorable Nyamita is one person who's been advocating for the legislative measures of free education at the National Assembly. He's been adequately speaking on the issues of Sony Sugar. Education is free. He held my hands. Together, we'll be there. Thank you very much. My comrades from KC University who brought me here. This is the man who held my hands. Asanteni sana kwa kunileta, and we will walk far. Alianza safari hii na mimi, na ataimaliza jinsi alivyoianza safari. Bwana, asante sana Bwana Nyamita. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I didn't know this man, lakini I get very happy when I meet young people who have gone through, and at least now he has graduated, he's looking into the future. It is only education that brings the people from poor families wakae kwa meza na wale wanatoka ambao wanajiweza. It is the only greatest equalizer. And it is the only investment ukiweka kwako. Unajua nyumba unaweza nyang'anywa, kazi unaweza nyang'anywa, everything else can go, but the knowledge you have, you will always have it. So I'm very happy for you. To the TSC office and the teachers of this constituency, I sincerely want to thank you, because indeed my journey, my political journey so far has actually been made possible by the teachers. That's the actual truth. Many people don't know, but the teachers have really held my hand, and I work very closely with them. I try very much to try and improve the environment in which they operate, because they do a very good job, and a job of servicing our people. So when the lady, Dr. Norwich, came to me one evening, and she told me, Mheshimiwa, I have just reported here, and my office is not in a very good state. Sometimes I think the roof is leaking, and that's why I serve the teachers. It's a bit embarrassing. It's actually uncomfortable. So I told her, I will come and have a look at it. And I came here, I looked at the office, and I said, we are not renovating. Let's do something that's a bit decent, especially for our teachers. Because you'd find queues and queues of people out here. And today, we are here. So, Madam, asante sana for also reminding me, you know, maybe I've been focusing elsewhere, but now at least we have a place where our teachers can call home. My wish is that this office be an office for service. May it live to the writings of Teachers Service Commission. May it be able to serve our teachers. Like the KEPSHA chair, Mr. Andedo, said, I don't interfere in the running of schools because it's not in my space. But when there is a problem that requires my attention, I try to give it a bit of attention. I don't interfere in the recruitment of teachers. Never at all. Many people even come to me Madam, wacha nikwambia hata iko walimu hapa wako na mabarua. But I have always said, and this I want to say when the county director is also here, that the people who are recruited in this office must be people from here first. My people from Uriri constituency must be given priority. Until the day you have exhausted is when you go outside. So the day I find that you are hiring people from, uliniambia unatoka Butere, people from Bungoma huko, kama Butere, hapo tutakosana. Si ni ukweli? And I told her and I made that very clear. And I must say that so far, you've done a good job. I've got very less of those complaints. I must say before, in my initial years, teachers used to come and complain to me, including the gentleman behind you, Mr. Andedo, and this whole group of teacher officials, and the NAT, that opportunities would be advertised, and with all due respect to my sister Florence Momanyi, lakini wale walikuwa nachukuliwa hapa walikuwa wanatoka Kisii wote hiyo wakati, na walikuwa nasema, I think because ilikuwa wakati ile mtu mmoja alikuwa hapo juu sana, and I think the ranking was not very good. And we said, even here we live with the Kisii community or people from other communities, and we have lived very well. But because recruitment is happening in each and every sub-county, kila kuku itembe kwao. Sinamuna hiyo kwa mambo ya kazi, because we have a real problem. Today, the waiting teachers, the average waiting period for teachers in this county, in this sub-county, is actually way higher than the waiting period for other teachers. If you go to places like Mount Kenya, the average waiting period maybe is a year or less. Some even come straight from college na wanaingia. Hapo utapata walimu wako, they are approaching, the highest you found is how many years, madam?
Like 2008.
Yes.
Recruited this year.
Yeah. So just, yeah, 17 years. 17 years mtu ameenda course, na saa zingine ni course ya miaka 2. Hata amesahau ile vitu alifunzwa na hajapata kazi. Some are retiring, approaching retirement, and they've not been recruited. And these are the things that we want to actually correct. So it is my hope that as you qualify our teachers here, priority must be given to the locals in this particular place. I also try through other means, and Madam has alluded to it, when I get a few slots from outside, I also try and bring and ensure that our local teachers are posted. We have had cases of indiscipline among teachers, but I'm happy the way we have sort of handled a few of them, the ones that you can handle within, and I'm happy the way you're working very closely with the teacher officials, because also that is not in my space to try and say this and that. I also don't come demanding or trying to direct who is to be transferred from where to wherever and things like that. That's not in my space. Every single teacher who qualifies must work for the people. My simple motto in service, and this is what I want to leave with you. Anyone walking into your office, be in their shoe and ask yourself, how would you want to be handled? Even if you're not being helped. If someone walked into this office and is coming to inquire about the next recruitment, wewe wacha kutusumbua bwana, wewe ngoje usome huko kwa gazeti. Is it that way that you would want to be treated if it were you in their shoe? And sometimes they have waited for 17 years. Just treat them well. So the building, the contractor, asante sana, umemaliza vizuri, and my office from the CDF team, thank you very much for enabling this to come to this level. Wewe unajua hatujakula pesa yako wewe contractor. That's the truth. So the only thing mimi nataka ku request hapa, kama mtu atasema ni bribery, hiyo ni sawa tu. Wewe nunua TV ulete hapa. Si namna hiyo. Si hata yeye amepata faida kidogo. Anunue TV not less than 55 inch. Ya nataka ile walimu wakingoja hapa wakiniangalia kama niko huko juu, they are seeing my true size. Sio zile vitu ndogo ndogo. So I have asked a contractor anunue TV, si amepata kwa kitu kidogo. A 55 inch TV iwekwe hapa. And then I'll ask my fund manager Moses tutafute pesa, ndio budget yetu ndiko shida, but we can look for some 300,000 to pange na madam tuanze kufanya furnishing. Yeah. So 300,000 tuone vile tunaweza fanya initial furnishing Kama itabaki kidogo tutatafuta tena ingine. But we look for 300,000 tununue viti tuweke namna hiyo, yeah, alafu ikae vizuri. The desks that behind there, now we are pushing to get, and I'll work with you, madam, because they already told me they have hired an officer for registration of births. Watu wetu wamekuwa wakitoka hapa kwenda kuchukua birth certificate Migori. Sasa unapata mtu akitoka hapa atembee kurudi is 2,000 shillings. Sometimes they go more than 5 times and they don't have that money. So we will work with you and the office of the register of persons wakuje wakae hapa. Then now we will evaluate that office for structural soundness and see whether we can bring it into use or we can come up with something. Wakati mmehama hapa tubomoe tuone vile inaenda kukaa vizuri so that we can also expand and make another office there ile inaweza kupatia sisi service wakati tuko hapa. Lakini sasa mimi nimeona madam wewe huko ndani huko na mali yako unaweza kupika, you have a small toilet within, lakini sasa hii hapa watu watafikiria pia sisi tunapenda kujenga tu choo. Unajua choo haiwekwi mbele namna hii. Yeah, so we look for also some money and hopefully inaweza pelekwa kule nyuma so that kwa sababu wale walimu wanaingia hapa they can't use the one that is inside. So tutaona vile tunaweza peleka somewhere kule behind. And I'm happy the way mmepanda miti hapa sasa watu wanaweza kaa vizuri. And vile mmetengeneza compound yenu. So hii tutatoa tuweke na kule so that this place is also properly planned. The roofing around this inaweza collect maji mzuri sana. Yeah. So hapa pia natakana iwekewe gata hivyo vizuri tuweke kule maji. Here you can have good water catchment, especially during rainy season, that can take you through and through. Because otherwise you won't even be able to use your taps in the kitchen, hata choo ya ndani kama kuna hii maji. Hata bwana director Mr. Wamere, pia uko na maji mingi hapa. It is actually just going to waste. Lakini unaona hapa kuna gata. There is still potential for more water. That's what I'm saying. That can take you through and through. When we see nowadays a roof that does not have gutter all round, it is wasted resource. Hata ukiangalia pale youth center, pale wengine, unaona, there's a lot of wasted space that we will need to work together to ensure. I have a number of schools that are registered but don't have teachers. Wapi barua yangu? Sasa mko hapa wadosi wa TSC, nataka January wapatie kopi moja. Ikifika January, this is a request. Menyere Primary School, mimi nataka TSC teacher. Ashikilia hapo. Kabla muende Christmas mupost yeye aanze kuzoea. Malich Primary School registered. Mpatia mimi mwalimu. Odhia Gotkawino Primary, lakini Gotkawino nafikiria wako na tuko na. Yeah, Gotkawino has. Sorry, that has been included here. Odhiambo Mamba Othoro Secondary School, mimi nataka mwalimu. Hii January 2026. Madam, nataka tuelewane tarehe January 2026. St. George Kanyodera, wakati principal yao alikufa ni kama hiyo shule ikaanguka. Nataka mwalimu January 2026. Marungu Primary registered, nimejenga hata madarasa huko. Mwalimu January 2026. Kologi registered, niko na darasa. Mwalimu 2026. Nyangoma Primary registered, mwalimu 2026 January. Siala Primary fully built up. We got it from the community. It's now a government school. Registered. New school, mwalimu. Hamisi hapa South Kanyamkago. Ahenyo East Kanyamkago. Holo Kayoda West Kanyamkago. Ondati. Hiyo ni mashule 13 mpya. munipatie walimu waingie hii Januari. Hata mkichukua deputy mna post pale aendelee kuact hapo namna hiyo. Thanking you in advance. Pigieni hao ma directors makofi. Wapigie makofi. Hii Januari. So namna hiyo. So you will work with William, who is my constituency manager. Tujue hao ni walimu ni wakina nani wanakuja. Waanze kufanya kazi hapo mara moja. I don't want to go more than this. I know the teacher recruitment is ongoing, including the ones that you're going to fill in January. We'll try and push so that we have a higher increase allocated to our constituency ndio walimu waweze kuingia. Like I've said, let us just be fair to the interns wale wanafanya hata hapa kwa nimeona mko na interns ya ICT, some of the boys I know here, msaidia wa vizuri sana. Na nilipata ujumbe yako director, wewe director Muamere, iko kijana yako moja hapo unasikia amekaa hapo intern anataka kuungana na sisi atusaidie kidogo, tutaongea hiyo mambo yake. And many young people. The biggest dilemma we have, or I have on my own, is that we have so many young people now that have finished school, but they are struggling to find something to do for themselves. It's a big crisis that we have to face. And soon, I think in the new year, nataka tuanze kufanya talks around so that we see how is it that we can also give them new ideas of other things that they can be doing on the side kabla hawajapata nafasi ya kuingia na kufanya kazi. That we are going to do. Mimi sasa nimeanza ruhusa yangu. I'm here on holiday, niko hapa tu mpaka next year. Sasa sitoki. So kwa wale wananchi ambao labda wanatutazama kutokea pale vingine, kama uko na kuku yako, hii ndio fursa yako ya kuita mheshimiwa akuje kukula. I am here the whole of this time now kukula tu. Nikipita kwako, hata kama hujanialika, wewe tafuta kuku tu, tuchinje tukule. Because this is a time for sharing. So ni vile nyinyi mnaenda holiday, but right now it is my time for popping into people's homes unannounced, uninvited, na lazima ndakula because it is a time for Christmas. So tuko hapa. On Monday we are finishing our Tukuza Talanta. This time is going to be at Thim Jope Primary School in East Kanyamkago. Tunaenda kuimalizia vizuri. Kwa walimu wetu ambao wanatafuta kura, huyu ni mwalimu anatoka hapa kwetu Oruba. Tafuta, lakini wako wanangangania wako watu wawili. Musikizane, mupeleke ndume moja na mpate. Ubuya, wewe unatafuta treasurer and you are the only one from here. My teachers from here. Ukinyi mnasikia winja bwana. Andedo. Donge koro mae treasurer mawuok ka. Kusungi treasurer moro. Ya, ungi treasurer moro mawuok Uriri ka. Benitie. Koro koso Madam Rose. Dokoi mosa andedo wa mondo ong'e ni gini on. Andedo seromo gi gini endi. Andedo. We wish you Mr. Buya, we wish you all the very best. And Mr. Odhiambo, who was my former schoolmate. Yeah. Mr. Bonyo, sorry, from Oruba Girls, who was my former schoolmate. Mine is to wish you all the very best. Yeah. Sindio? Na muende peacefully. The good thing is that teachers wanaendelea vizuri, hakuna vita. Asante sana.